I'll be honest and say, to me, this is my favorite part of the line. When we got our sample glove in, and a couple of the other guys, goalies here in the office, got the glove in, we stuck our hands in it and we flexed the glove, and I think there was a collective, going through this, because it feels so natural. The closure is so natural, and it's incredibly lightweight. You haven't really changed it that much from the P3, but there are a few changes. We want to talk about those for a little bit.
First of all, the one piece we wanted to continue with this because goalies like Roberto Luongo and even Corey say, they feel they're more protected, especially in a practice where they're taking a lot of shots. Sometimes when you have the two-piece and you have that break in between, that's where they start to feel the shots. Yeah. So more protection, also more square to the shooter. I mean, with the flex cuff that you have here and the flexibility you have, you can really get that glove out in front. And, even In Goal talked about it, how Luongo is changing his glove positioning, and it's all in relationship to, your style of play. Yep. So the one piece is of course one of the big features as far as max coverage. The other thing is the solid seal. Being able to get this glove closed down in front. When you're smothering,
turn it just a little bit more too? Yep. So that's it.
When you're smothering the puck down in front, you want to make sure there's no gaps, no holes, so the puck's not. I mean, again, it's so fast, they're coming in on you. You want to make sure when you go down, it's sealed inside and it's not going to pop out. Right. The other big thing was we had an option in years past, the option of the strap through the cuff. This became so popular, we said it's got to be, a standard feature on the new gloves. So this, of course, just allows the goalie to be able to adjust the cuff without removing his blocker and so forth. That's right. You're still able to completely open up the back. This is great. Of course, for drying, being able to adjust, you have an adjustment at the finger stalls. Important to prevent slippage. That quick second, maybe not for, someone playing in a beer league, but in the NHL, this is important, making sure that your hand's not slipping and you're really getting that quick snap closure. And even if you're not in a beer league, I think people just want to feel like their hand is in the glove. They have it's custom fit to them. Locked in. It's just another way to customize it to make the glove yours. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And of course, there's the wrist strap adjustment through here. This glove is also available with a leather wrist strap for the goalies wanting this option. Yep. Of course, the glove comes with a straight tee and an offset tee. Some goalies prefer the tee to come to the side here. Okay, it does make it a little bit more flexible when the tee is off to the side because there's less restriction right through the break area. Yep. But some goalies prefer the tee through the center because it does absorb the impact with the right foam in the center. So that's always a point of confusion with some goalies, I think. So you'll get so what you're talking about is the 580 break, I guess, which is more of the 90 degree. Yep. And the 590 is more of a traditional 60 degree. Correct. So sometimes in layman's terms, or in technical terms, that sometimes goalies, salespeople can understand it, but the layman doesn't really know what that means. And a lot of times it just has to do with the way your hand closes the glove, correct? That's right. Can you speak to that a little bit? So, there are two different breaks on how it closes. The 590 glove, okay, it's going to close more in the center of your hand, whereas the 580 is more of the finger closing movement. It's a personal feel. Some goalies talk to me about glove positioning and so forth. There used to be a glove position for whether you wore a 580 or a 590, but not anymore. It's really about just how it feels in your hand. It's got to be comfortable. You got to be able to close it. More and more goalies today use their glove. It's an important piece of feature, important piece of equipment, I should say, and being able to close it. That's why also we focused on that game-ready palm. You can order a pro palm with a thicker felt. We even have the practice palm. Practice palm, you will not be able to close the glove, just so everyone's aware. It's double felt. It really is for an elite goalie wanting just that practice glove. But pro palm is beefed up, thicker felt. Yeah. Game ready is because for the average consumer, that's enough. There's still the same amount of felt, but what we do is we spend extra time in the factory warming it, heating the moldable parts, and really getting that flex. And this glove is well traveled, I'll say that. This has been in our office. It was a demo glove. It's been in our office for a while. A lot of the goalies here have played with it a lot, but we had a new custom glove come in the other day, flex just like that. Yeah. So you're not overemphasizing it when you say when the glove comes pre-broken in. It comes pre-broken in. You can use it right off the shelf. That's right. That was a really nice feature. It's a manufacturing process. So again, if we can talk about just a few of the custom options, obviously you can go with the single cuff. Yep. You can obviously go with the double too if you want that. Two-piece. Correct. You can either go with the 590 or 580 break.
Colors are always customizable. I know that this backhand portion is really popular with some guys. What else am I missing as far
as...
The
offset tee as well as the straight tee, and then the leather strap versus the webbing strap for the wrist.
We weighed this again in our warehouse, 2.12 pounds. Super light.
It's the injection molded EP foam. I mean, we tested this glove for years, getting the right resin consistency so that, you know, years ago we used compression molding. And with compression molding, you start with a sheet of plastic and you heat it up and you put it in the mold and it takes the shape. But over time and repeated impact, plastic generally wants to go back to its natural shape, which was the sheet of plastic. With injection, you're injecting a resin into the shape. So that is the original shape. Goalies also, you know, some of the goalies that have switched to a Reebok glove said, my glove doesn't break down here. Because this is the first thing that'll happen with the glove is all the shots that you get in this thumb area, this thumb in a compression molded glove will compress. We used to have that problem all the time. This is why we invested the dollars we did in the injection molding technology of this, because now you've got a glove where it's not going to compress and it's going to maintain.
Right, that's a great point. Okay, I'm going to take this one home instead of putting it on the